Hello everyone. Today is Sunday, February 11th, 2024 at 10:47 a.m. in the morning. Well, as y'all can tell, I just got out of the shower. And I had to put on this same funky dirty shirt. But I cannot wait for them to fix the I can't wait for them to fix the washers and dryers or whatever, because I need my clothes washed really bad, So, aside from work, this is the work shirt. I have that black shirt, that button-down shirt that I was supposed to use for the other job, that jeggings job, and so I still have that shirt, but yeah, this shirt is, I need to, and I have two pairs of those gray sweatpants that need to be washed really bad, and I need to wash my actual work uniform for this job. So today is day 4 of the 4th day of this new job, and I can't be on here that long because I gotta prepare for work, and with the Wi-Fi, the video would take kind of a long time to upload. So, it would take like an hour to upload a 10-minute video on this Wi-Fi. But I don't know if I might use my phone data. I don't know. Excuse me. So, I didn't even get to have any real breakfast this morning. I just had oh, sorry, got the hiccups. I just had the I just only had some chocolate covered almonds and water to drink. That was all I had. And I don't have that's what one of the snacks I was talking about last night, and I got some banana chips. So I guess between today and tomorrow I just have to nibble on a couple of snacks and call it breakfast, or have no breakfast. And then, if I'm underperforming or whatever at work, but anyway, but my sleep is improving. It has improved for the past few nights, I guess, ever since I started working. Usually it's the other way around or the opposite. But the past couple of nights, I ended up going to bed after 1 o'clock in the morning because me doing a video all the way until midnight or so. Rambling on about the new job or whatever. And it's I hope I can try to make it a goal or a point to try to go to bed earlier tonight. And depending on what happened at work, if I have a good day and nothing really to say, then maybe I can go to bed earlier. But if I gotta document something abusive or gang stalking or workplace mobbing, I gotta ramble on for longer, But from the way people were talking the past couple of days, my job, I guess it's it's the job that nobody wants, really. The other people, they feel like they don't want to do that job, or they feel sorry for anybody who does that job. Just to roll up silverware. And even with something like that, it seems like there's kind of a right and a wrong way to do it. But yeah, it's I don't know if people refuse to do the job because it pays less than the other positions, or I mean, I don't know why they're against it or why they don't like it, or if it's not a hard job at all. And that's coming from me saying something like that, you know. But I mean, I guess you would rather do the dishwashing. Um, Maybe because the dishwashing pays a little more and um, only a little bit more, you know. But I mean, they pay a little bit more, but they don't, you know. Yeah, the dishwashers get paid a little bit more, but maybe they got longer hours and they can get more hours and more money. Um, but I've been trying to look around for already. I just started this job, and as I said, I've been trying to look around for an additional side. I mean, something like a side gig or a side job, or an addition, maybe a second job or something additional, but hopefully not something where I would end up getting less sleep or end up being burnt out, you know, or overworked. So I've been trying to look for what else I can do, you know, to increase my income enough that I can, you know, so I can be like more independent. But the gang stalkers, they won't let that happen though. So, but I'm at least trying, you know. Cause you know, it's really hard. As I said, some people think that, oh, you got a job, you don't need help at all. But you know, you can have a job and still be struggling, and then struggling so hard that because you can't make ends meet, then you might end up losing that job, and then like end up becoming back homeless again and losing that job opportunity because you can't keep a roof over your head, and everything is harder. And if I would have to go back on the other side of the river and be homeless, and it would be hard to get back over here, and yeah, so um, but I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to not be driven crazy. Um, I mean, I got a lot of obligations and things that I've been worried about, you know, especially around tax time um, and certain other issues, and it's you know, I hope that everything turns out all right. But this goes to show you that people do have the money where they can help others, but they just don't want to. Like, they don't want to help somebody that's poor and homeless and struggling, or at least trying. But, you know, if you're doing, like, in this society, people try to make it like this person and that person, that we don't have the money to help you and we can't help you, whatever. But the moment they want you to do something, they got enough money to spend on going to Mardi Gras. You know how much money be spent on Mardi Gras? And those football games or whatever sports, y'all got the money for that. Y'all got the money to you know, for the Super Bowl, Grammys. Y'all got the money for that. But you don't have the money to help the poor. And y'all got money to pour in for politics, for political reasons. But you won't help, I mean, you can't help, you know, a struggling soul. But people would do stuff like they got the money to they got the money to fork out for their personal sexual perversions. They got the money for that. I mean, they'll be quick to offer somebody money for some in exchange. Somebody that's struggling, they'll be quick to want to offer you money in exchange for something like sexual favors, and then they look at you like you're crazy when you turn that down. Or if they're like, well, you must not be that desperate. And then they'll go and smear a campaign and tell everybody, don't help her, she don't need no help. But it's like and then they will offer you like the lowest money and act like that low amount of money is so big in exchange for sexual favors just to doggone survive. Something you don't want to do, or something you don't feel comfortable with, or something you will never do. People got the money for that. Or if there's a female bartender that shows cleavage, they got $200 to tip for their $5 beer. But a homeless struggling person, you'll tell them piss off. You try to get a job. Oh, we don't hire homeless. Homeless people are troublemakers. Or they will, bully you off the job, keeping you perpetually homeless. And then say that it's nobody's fault but your own. If you don't hire homeless, y'all must know a lot of homeless BTIs that's going to expose and whistleblow. And that y'all feel threatened by that. So I ended up talking longer than I intended, as I always do. But it's 10:59 a.m. in the morning, almost 11 o'clock. And the fact that I have to go to work, as I said, the way I was treated about, the meal times or whatever, make me feel like I was, treated with discrimination. And I guess he was like the associate general manager. He's that big guy that looked like he's 3 times my size and extremely tall. He emphasized and gave me the handbook or whatever, or paperwork about, not only just sexual harassment, but, harassment and bullying or whatever, period. But it seems like nobody follows that, really. There's still going to be toxicity and, bullying or whatever in the workplace. Or if somebody's trying to make sexual advances at a coworker and the coworker doesn't want them, then they'll do stuff like intentionally sabotage your job or something like that. So I gotta continue my hygiene, brush my teeth and get dressed and prepare to get out of here. I'm trying to fight to stay strong and trying to not give up, but I have enough help until now I have enough help until Thursday morning, and it's like when it comes to enough for food or whatever and other things, I don't know if I might run out of toilet paper this week and have to buy my own, or be back on the streets, or who knows what, if I might run out of toilet paper, or if I might need more soap, or if I definitely need, as I said, I definitely can't wait for them to open back up the laundry room so I can get my clothes washed, you know. So as I said, at the beginning of the month, all my other needs are taken care of, like my phone, as I said, my phone bill. I don't have to worry about storage unit no more, but it looks like I might have to end up getting a storage unit again, maybe. But not in the meantime, but eventually I might have to end up getting a storage unit. So, phone bill, bus passes, laundry, my supplements that I try to have every month for, like the targeted individual communities say that you got to keep detoxing, that you got to detox, whatever the direct energy weapons or nanotechnology or whatever else, or whatever other poisons or toxins or whatever they say, just keep detoxing, and trying to improve your health and wellness, which is, they make it very difficult to do. And I didn't say all, but certain shielding methods I said is new age, so, but, and certain shielding methods I can't financially afford, but I I can't even afford, certain shielding, but I so yeah, it's like I gotta buy my own like toiletries, and I mean, as I said, like that lavender oil soap has been really more effective than the peppermint oil soap at getting rid of the bed bugs. Like, I'm not even itching really much anymore, so that really works. So I needed that, and I brush my teeth with the bentonite clay. It's more effective and helpful than fluoride toothpaste. It really does detox your mouth. So that's something I need, but trying to figure out what else, things that I need to survive. And with my disability, I need, to buy batteries every month or every other month, because of, for my MP3 player and to block out loud noise and stuff, So, yeah, bus passes. Yeah, so all the other stuff that I have is necessity. And then, like, with me being homeless, I mean, for the first few days or a week, I end up, getting like a hotel or a motel for a week. Excuse me, or at least 4 days to a week. And then buy my own food for the first like week, or until my finances run out. And then after my finances run out, and if I need more help with hotel room or food, I end up having to ask for help like every day until like the end of the month. And that's hard, and the online stalkers have a different narrative from the truth, because they live for Satan, they work for Satan, and they live for lying, and they work for lying, and everything that they say is false. you know yourself better than these internet stalkers and peeping toms or whatever. You know, they're the ones that's perverted. The stalkers and traffickers, they're the ones that's perverted and narcissistic, and there is no truth or light in them. You know, so I'm gonna go for now. Keep me in your prayers, and I mean, as I said, I wish I had a way that I can, you know, make enough of my own. Excuse me, make enough of my own on my own to not have to, you know, turn around and be panhandling and asking for help or struggling or need to be homeless or whatever. I mean, ending up homeless or whatever. No, that didn't sound right now, but ending up homeless, you know, and financially lacking or financially struggling. And a lot of people in the TI community said the most foolproof way against, you know, workplace mobbing and all that is self-employment. In which, you know, I have a self-employment, excuse me, with my writing, but the perps, they even falsely call that scam and fraud and lie and say that my writing is not work. But the Social Security and the IRS, they say that it's work. So if the stalkers want to keep tabs and make sure, or they lie and say you're not paying taxes or whatever, or they try to think they know it all. You know, this vigilante, and they know absolutely nothing and just making false assumptions. I mean, last year, people acting like they didn't even want to help me with when I just got to Bloomington, Texas, and people acting like they didn't even want to help me with enough money for an Uber ride, and that was the only transportation. And they acting like they didn't want to help me with the money to get an Uber ride to get to the office to get my taxes done. So, I mean, and nobody was gonna help me get me a way to get there. You know. So, but yeah. So the IRS and the Social Security Administration, they said that my writing is work. But the online stalkers lie and say that it's not work and that it's scam and fraud. And the moment I put out a short story or something like that, they get it shut down. And all the time, money, not money, all the time and energy and effort that you put in, and then trying your best because you're days of sleep deprived, but still trying anyway. You know, and every short story that I put out, you know, the fiction short stories, you know, only the stalkers think that every short story is a bad short story. They can't find, out of over 500 short stories, they can't find one that they think is good because they have an issue with me. You know. So, thanks for listening to me. I gotta go.